Hi guys, so in today's video, you're going to be watching a vlog of basically what my week in an art college is like. And I'm going to be posting these weekly vlogs up until I get my summer break because during the normal college routine, I don't have a lot of time on my hands to film art videos. So to bridge that gap, I came up with the idea to basically film weekly vlogs of what I do in my college. Also, you'll see me talking both in Urdu and English. So all of my subscribers who cannot understand Urdu, I am kind of like, I apologize for that because that is how I usually speak in my native language. I speak both in Urdu and English. So I hope you still watch the video and just get some idea what's happening around. On Mondays, we usually have a 2-hour art history class in the morning from 9 to 11. And then after that, we have a 6-hour drawing studio class, which is quite exciting. This year, I like drawing because we don't have any restrictions of medium or the surface you want to work on. So it's quite exciting. I really look forward to the drawing class we have these days. But on that particular day, we had to watch 3-hour worth documentaries regarding the history of colors, which were basically the history of how gold, blue, and white came into use and how they were used in artworks. And then basically that was my Monday. We didn't really do much except the theory class we had in the morning, and then we had like a 6-hour studio class. Tuesdays ko bhi, first of all, we have a 2-hour theory class which is related to different theories and just like it's basically very analytical about different theories that came into being. Aur phir uske baad again we have a 6-hour studio class, but on Tuesdays we have our major studio, and currently I'm going through my miniature painting block, which is for like 2 months. Uske baad I'll have another block, and then इसी तरह से I'll have 4 major blocks, and then I have to choose what I want to do in the end. So here is me working on my miniature piece right now. It was basically pretty much complete. We just had to work on the borders, which is called a jibble. So uske liye I was marking the borders with like a scale because we wanted accurate measurements of how the border was gonna look like in the end. So far I'm liking miniature because it really like gives you time to just sit back and focus on how you are using the pencil in your hand. At the first day we were doing this, my hands were shaking and I couldn't even put a straight line, but now I'm like so in focus and control of my hand. So currently मैं अपने miniature के studio में हूँ अभी, और this is my studio. So I basically sit, और मेरे सामने I have this view, which is basically less boring because if you sit over there, this is what you see, which is a lot boring. So this is my view, और आज मैं जल्दी आ गई हूँ because I wanted to work early. So yeah, and then if you go upstairs, वहाँ पे basically 4th years बैठते हैं जिनका like major miniature होता है, उन्होंने thesis miniature में करना होता है. और यहाँ पे थर्ड ईयर्स बैठते हैं विच आर द वंस हुव चोजन देयर मेजर एज मिनिएचर। और जहाँ मैं बैठी हुई हूँ वहाँ पे सेकंड ईयर्स होते हैं जो अपने मिनिएचर के ब्लॉक से गुजर रहे होते हैं। एक और इंटरेस्टिंग चीज़ जो मिनिएचर में होती है दैट इज़ वी हैव टू मेक एन एक्चुअल पेंट ब्रश आउट ऑफ स्क्विरल हेयर एंड बेसिकली फॉर दैट हम एक स्क्विरल पकड़ते हैं और फिर उसकी दुम के बालों को ट्रिम ऑफ करके वी कलेक्ट द हेयर एंड मेक अ ब्रश आउट ऑफ इट जो कि हम which you will see later in the vlog, but basically that's like an interesting part about miniature and I was actually looking forward to it. One thing I really want to make clear is that no squirrel or this particular squirrel was harmed during the process of attaining squirrel tail hair, so please do not think कि हमने squirrel को मारा होगा या उसको किसी तरह से harm किया होगा. I guarantee you we safely dropped the squirrel back to its home and no harm was being done to it.
आ जाती है वीडियो पे
आ गई
ये तो निकलेगी नहीं यहाँ से। ये एक मिनट पकड़
पकड़ ली
बस पकड़ ली। ठीक है अभी इसको मैंने पकड़ा हुआ है, इसको मैंने दबा के पकड़ा हुआ है। ऐसे नहीं काटते। रुको ऐसे नहीं काटना, रुक जाओ बाल नहीं ऐसे काटने। अब इसको मैंने पकड़ा हुआ है, ठीक है अभी तुम सुकून से रुको, सुनो ठीक है। पानी लेके आओ प्याले में जल्दी से, पानी प्याले में पकड़ो, ये इसमें ले आओ सामने से। इसको दम ना घोट दे, कॉफी है ना, आप पूरी दुम निकालो ठीक है बस। पानी लेने गया कोई नहीं मरती, गई है बस 2 मिनट लगेंगे। ये लो कहाँ गया, कितना डालेंगे? अच्छा धागा पकड़ो, धागा मेरे पास है। ठीक है अब क्या करना है सजाद, ये इसकी ना यूं बना के ना ये इसको यहाँ से काटो, ये काटो बिल्कुल ये वाले बाल ना कटें, पीछे से काटो, पीछे से बिल्कुल एज पे, दुम की एज पे, ऐसे नहीं काटने सजाद, यहाँ से बाल काटो। ये जो एज नहीं बन रहा ये इसको काटो, साइड से बाल छोड़ो यार। ये मैडम आप आ जाए जल्दी से। ये इसको सजाद को बुलाए, तुम दुलेरी के बाल नहीं बनाते, तुम 3rd ईयर में आ गए हो, जान बताओगे तुम्हारी में। अच्छा वो ना हाँ धागा बना के इस एक वाइट पेपर पकड़ो, कोई सा भी पेपर, हाँ बस यहाँ रखो, इसको धागे से बांधना। हाँ जी बिल्कुल बांधना, इससे तो 2-3 बन जाए। हाँ जी ये बांधते जाओ, फिर उसके बाद हम खुद आपको देंगे। इनको अलग करना, इनको 2 पार्ट्स में करना। मैम इनको बांधना है? हाँ बालों में बांधना है धागे से। ये 3-4 है ना, बस वो फिर बच्चे इनको निकाल के खुद ही देंगे। अच्छा रुक जाओ, अभी छोड़ दो, नहीं अभी सब छोड़ दो, मत बांधो अभी, मत छोड़ दो। बेचारी गंजी हो गई अभी तो शोर हो रही है। जब मैंने पकड़ा अब आपको काटें। किसी ने कभी नानिया में आजलान की शेविंग देखी? हाँ बहुत रो रही थी मैं। ये टोनियन गाय में बैठी हुई है।
The reason we use squirrel hair for making the brushes is because in miniature work, we have to work in very fine lines, and squirrel hair is the hair that will give you that fine quality. So basically, you can also make this brush from Persian cat hair because miniature is also a Persian art, or people in Persia use Persian cat hair to do that. And over here in a subcontinent, people use squirrel hair brushes for this work. और फिर मुझे squirrel बहुत cute लग रही थी, so I thought I'd make a close-up video of the squirrel eating the biscuit because मतलब how can you not? It's a cute face. उसके बाद I went to third year painting studio to see what the people over there were doing, and honestly some of the paintings were absolutely amazing. And these are the people जिन्होंने अपना major painting choose कर लिया, so they actually will have a thesis in painting. और फिर उसके बाद I went to the second years who were going through their painting block, which I will also go through but later in the year. And oh my god, they were doing some amazing work. They had to paint live portraits of the person in front of them, and they were just amazing. So on Thursday, जब हमारी दोबारा से class हुई, we had to make the brushes, and for that we first got a demo from our teacher how to make them, and then later we made them ourselves. So basically इसका ये process होता है कि first you have to wash and cleanse the lock of hair that you have, and then separate it one by one with a needle. So the needle that we use is basically a quilt sewing needle. So we do this, and it usually takes about 10 minutes on the clock to get this step done. After that, we tie the lock of hair in a knot and dip it into gum arabic. And then after dipping it into gum arabic, we wait for it to dry for at least an hour. And then in the meantime, we had to burnish the wasli we were going to work on, and we basically used the back of a seashell to smoothen and just really get the paper smooth and shiny for the perfect paint application later on. This is how smooth we have to get it done. I mean, you could get it even smoother if you spend more time burnishing the wasli you have. Now coming back onto the paintbrush, we had to cut off a little piece from a pigeon feather and then clean it with, again, the needle to get rid of any junk. Uske baad I went to the second years who were going through their printmaking block, and they were working on wood carving right now, because then they had to take a print of whatever they carved out, and it looked pretty interesting to me, and I can't wait for my printmaking block to start, so excited about that. And then for some reason that day, the sunset in Lahore was very I don't know, it just looked really pretty. So the next few clips are of me going home and looking at this beautiful sunset. Then on Fridays, we first have a 2-hour art seminar. In that 2-hour theory class, we get to see how people view art and how they criticize it, how they interpret art pieces. So we were basically given this task of going to the gallery we had in our college and basically pick one piece of art and analyze it or like interpret it in whatever way we wanted to interpret it and write like a page or two about it. The weather was pretty nice that day. It was pretty sunny, but the wind was pretty cold and kind of strong. So we ended up sitting in the library and doing our work. After that 2-hour theory class, we had our miniature block for 6 hours, and then we basically made our brushes and we had to practice putting strokes with it using a black watercolor, so that when we do our actual work, we're pretty much in control of the paintbrush we were using. So this was a glimpse of a week in my art college, and I hope to see you in my next vlog. Until then, take care.